A mysterious, never-before-seen Pokemon is coming to raids on Day 2 of Pokemon Go Fest, and Niantic has done enough hinting and teasing to make me believe it's Nihilego, the first Ultra Beast to come to Pokemon Go. So just in case Nihilego is the new Pokemon, I'm scheduling this video to go live before Day 2 of Go Fest starts anywhere in the world, so everyone who's playing Go Fest can have a raid guide ready to go. If it's not Nihilego, then, eventually it's coming to Pokemon Go, right? If you watched my video where I review the Ultra Beasts that are eventually coming to Pokemon Go, then you'll know that Nihilego is one of the better ones. It's going to be a great poison type attacker, even though it didn't end up getting the move Poison Jab. Its moves currently in the game data are Acid and Sludge Bomb, and others, but those are the good ones. And with those moves, it's actually the best non-mega poison type attacker. Its DPS comes in just below Shadow Victory Bell and just above Shadow Vileplume, but it's like twice as tanky, twice as defensive as those two Shadow Pokemon, so it's actually just a much better attacker overall. The only Pokemon that ranks higher than it currently is Mega Gengar, and of course you can only have one of those. Unfortunately, for those of you who enjoy PvP, Nihilego's moves are suboptimal. It's not going to be very good in PvP with the current moves. Now, for the last 5 years, Poison hasn't really been a useful type offensively in Pokemon Go, but as the generations went on in the main series games and Fairy type was introduced, Poison became a lot more useful. There are a lot more legendaries that have Fairy typing, including all of the Tapus that we just had in raids. So when the Tapus come back eventually with their shinies released and future legendaries come to raids in Pokemon Go, Nihilego is going to be a very useful attacker. Now, if Nihilego is actually the surprise new Pokemon during Go Fest, that means it's only going to be in raids for 1 day, for now. But it will come back eventually. Like everything in Pokemon Go, it's going to come back around. But that means that this Sunday you can really do as many or as few raids as you care to do. You can do one for the Pokedex and that's fine. You can do a bunch to try to get good IVs and get candy and start powering them up. But just remember that it's eventually going to come back. So don't feel like you need to spend a ton of money doing the raids because it's only here for 1 day. Now, if you do choose to raid Nihilego during Go Fest, what counters should you use? Well, Nihilego is a poison and rock type Pokemon, and that means that it's double weak to ground, which basically means you should only be using ground type counters. It is also weak to
Steel,
water, and psychic, but again, because ground is double super effective, the ground type counters are just way better than anything else. So according to Pokebattler, the best counters for Nihilego are Excadrill. Excadrill with Mud Slap and Drill Run is going to be the best counter because it's going to put out a ton of damage, and as a steel type, it's also going to resist all of Nihilego's moves. So absolutely Excadrill, the best counter to use. And with Drillbur spawning during Go Fest, you should have enough candy to power up a pretty good one. The number 2 counter is Therian Form Landorus with Mudshot and Earthquake. The third best counter, Garchomp with Mudshot and Earth Power. Number 4 is Rhyperior with Mudslap and Earthquake. Number 5, Shadow Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Psystrike. Not a ground type, but it is Shadow Mewtwo. It just does a ton of damage. Number 6, Shadow Mamoswine with Mudslap and Bulldoze. Number 7, regular Landorus, Cloud Form Landorus with Mudshot and Earth Power. Number 8, Groudon with Mudshot and Earthquake. And number 9, Golurk with Mudslap and Earth Power, although honestly I wouldn't recommend powering up a Golurk for this unless you really just want to use a bunch of unique counters. But obviously, aside from Shadow Mewtwo, all of these counters are ground type. In fact, the next non-ground type counter is rank number 19, regular Mewtwo with Confusion and Psystrike. So basically, your best ground types with 2 ground type attacks are going to be amazing counters to Nihilego. And Nihilego, because it does have that double weakness to ground, as long as you're using ground type attackers, you can take it down pretty easily with just 3 people in the lobby. So not a difficult raid boss at all, as long as you're using ground type counters, because they deal double super effective damage. And that's pretty much it for Nihilego, the first Ultra Beast, I'm assuming, in Pokemon Go. If it turns out Nihilego isn't the secret new Pokemon during Go Fest, well, then I uploaded this a little early, but hey, it's coming eventually, right? They teased it on Twitter. We know that. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you find it useful. Good luck with the raids. And if you're interested in learning about all of the Ultra Beasts that are coming to Pokemon Go eventually, watch this video right here. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Happy day 2 of Go Fest, or day 1 if it's still day 1 for you. I'll see you in the next one.